Looks like I am live. Alrighty. That's not good. Uh, that's better. All right. One day I'll figure out how to anchor everything in place so nothing ever moves. Everything is set up perfectly every time. But until then. Nope. Anyways, welcome. Oh, that was funny to see. I just saw a little hair going through the camera. All right. Just need to get my palette out. Be ready to go. Really, really need to find my bottle of clove oil though, because I use clove oil to keep my paint fresh. Um, but it's starting to, it needs a little bit of refreshing, and I can't find it. So its effectiveness is waning. Let me just mute for a second. Allergies are killing me at the moment. Dresden! We get a beginning Dresden stream. Dresden? Oh, baby boy. Mm. Yeah. Oh, you're so cute. No, you can't go to the window, little boy. He sees the window and he wants to go to it. But he can't go to the window because I have stuff there. That's right. How dare I? I know. He's so cute. Yeah, anyone who's in the chat is welcome to join in. Questions are welcome. Discussion about things are welcome. Admiration for Dresden is welcome. He's so cute. He doesn't usually like to say my hands. There we go. All right, now he's done. Okay, little boy, I'll put you down. You can have my chair. He's too cute. Let's see. At the moment, the reason no one's in chat is because you're the only viewer at the moment, Michelle. So that would be why. Honestly, that's usually how my streams go. The beginning's slow, and then people come in later. Oh, well, they left, I guess. Like I said, it's fine. That's usually how it goes. It's slow in the beginning and people come in. It could also be that someone stopped by and they're like, "Oh, he's not really there yet, so I'll come back in a couple minutes." Who knows? Really, if I had Dresden on the screen from the beginning, I'd get more viewers. If I had a cat cam, you know. I wish I could do that, but they're not exactly the most cooperative when it comes to stuff like that, you know. Yes. Oh, something's wrong. 1 second. Just a second. That looks better. It's so hard to manage everything because my computer and screen is so far away from me. Alrighty. Is my painting dry? That wasn't dry. It should be dry. Okay, that's dry. That's dry. Alright. So, except for that tiny little corner, everything's dry. So I'm gonna be using uh oleo gel, or is it? There it is. Oleo gel uh to oil out my painting, and then I'm gonna start correcting all my drawing mistakes, and then start laying in everything again. Thank you, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Uh, Michelle's my partner, for anyone who's doesn't know, and I appreciate the support. All right. So because I don't have a lot to do with the back work with on the background really. I mean, I'll do more work on it, but I don't have like there isn't a very distinct background. It's going to be mostly like color, just abstract color and stuff. Um, I'm sure most of my work today is going to focus on the figure, so I'm not going to oil out everywhere, so that if I don't touch the background, I'm not building up layers of oil. Oh, there we go. It's slightly more in focus now, I think. Is it? That's there we there we go. There we go. So when oiling out, it can be hard to see where you've oiled out. And the easiest way is to see the glare. But because my what's it called? Because of my light source, the only way I can see the glare is if I get on the floor and look up at it, or get a different light source out. There we go. All right. So in Photoshop, I took a photo of this and then overlaid the reference image in Photoshop. And now, having them overlaid, I can see all the areas where I missed the mark as far as the drawing is concerned. And I'll fix it. And all the marks that I have so far act as landmarks for me to use as I'm fixing it, so it's very convenient. It's funny because when I was doing this, I knew a lot of it was very off. Um, but because of my time limit, I knew I wasn't going to be able to take the time I needed to measure everything and fix it as I was laying it in. So I just kind of went for it and knew that I was going to have to make big corrections. But that's really a minor concern, in my opinion, um, especially when working in a studio setting. If you're working, if you're working with a live model, that's different. But in a studio setting, it's a very minor concern because I can spend the time fixing it like this and get everything accurate, and then all those mistakes can either be painted over or add to the painting in some way. Hey Leah, welcome. How you doing? You are a flop. You just finished setting up your new lease. Uh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. I hate dealing with stuff like that. Leases and renting or any of that kind of stuff, or any of that basically. So I empathize with you. I know the feeling. I hope it went well overall, though. Hopefully. So using quinacridone rose for this, um, mostly because it's a very, uh, you know, bright color, so it makes it easy to see all the things I'm doing. But unlike phthalo blue, it doesn't quite invade the other colors as much when you paint over it, and it dries slightly faster, which for line work of this nature is beneficial. Yeah, but generally I don't really care that much what color I'm using. I don't have like a specific thing. Also it's oh, what's it called? It's a pretty color, and if some of it ends up shining through, I'm not going to be mad. So it's another reason. One thing I'm trying to work on is I don't need to actually put in all the drawing lines, because my tendency is when I'm not thinking about it is just to draw, and I don't need to draw everything. I just need to draw markers for what I specifically need. But sometimes I go into autopilot mode and then I just end up drawing. Someone suggested I need to figure out how to do ASMR so you can hear all my brush strokes, or when, well, actually just in general they suggested it, but it'd be great for when I don't have anybody in chat talking and I don't have anything to say. You can hear all those brush marks. Supposedly, that's one of the things people like a lot about Bob Ross's stuff. You can hear a lot of that in his show. I am not a fan of like painting necklaces and all that stuff. I'm discovering things I like and don't like. I like the look of it. I like all of that. I just don't enjoy the process of doing it, is what I'm discovering. All right. That's almost everything. I just need to get the face. Generally speaking, I will block in the face, um, but I don't rush to finish the face until most of the painting is done, honestly. Um, because what usually happens is I'll put in, if I don't do that, what will happen is I'll put in the face, and then as I go through it, I'll realize that there's some kind of mistake, or through context, something doesn't looks a little off or whatever, and then I have to go and redo it anyways. But I used to do it the opposite. I used to uh, I used to put the face in first, so that I would like lock it into place, and then everything kind of builds around that. But yeah, I think part of it's a confidence issue. Like I'm way more confident in ability to get the face eventually. Eventually, because sometimes it takes a couple tries. But I'll get it. This is all applying to studio painting specifically, not like live model painting. That's kind of a different thing because of the limited time. You have to approach everything a bit different. I'm having a hard time seeing her face here. Can I do to make it clearer? Oh, that kind of works. It's just Photoshop thing. It's sometimes some areas are harder to see because of contrast and everything. Also, a thing that I use this system to help me place everything and help my drawing make sure everything's in the right place. But at the same time, a lot of times I try to not worry about that, and I don't want everything in the right place necessarily because I'll do lost edges and stuff like that. So it's kind of a balancing act type of thing where it's like I want to use this, but I also want to use it sparingly. Just just as much as needed, whatever amount that is. Of course, that amount is very arbitrary, so that is the issue. Michelle, you're on top of this. Did you figure out a way of automating it? You're like so on top of this. Just type quickly. Yeah. Uh, you're a beast. Yeah. Yeah, you got that ADHD going. Doing all the things at the same time. I should remind people to sign in so they can interact with us. You're not sure people can see the chat on the screen if they're not signed in. That's a good point. I don't know if they can. I have no clue. I'm literally always signed into YouTube. I have no clue. Um, yeah, I have no clue about that. So yeah, people, you're welcome to join in the chat. You need to sign in to YouTube, to your YouTube account, and welcome to ask questions. You know, interact. Tell me about your favorite paintings, whatever. You know. I'll be honest, I feel like most people know this already. I'm sure there's some people who don't, but I don't know, I feel like most people do. Alrighty. Well, there we go. I think that's about all I need right now for like using the reference in this way, laying in everything. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. There's one more spot I forgot. There are some apps that can kind of do what I'm doing with Photoshop, like through your phone and stuff. I have yet to find one that's like really good though. They all look very hit and miss. Okay, I think that's good enough. No matter, I often end up doing this more than once throughout the process. So, just gonna make sure it's still in focus. There we go. I think that's better focus. Problem is, as soon as I let go of the camera, it loses some of the focus because I'm moving it. And the autofocus, what's it called, tends to like pulse as it's trying to track my hand while I'm painting. Or it'll start like focusing on other areas. Yeah. Oh, Michelle, I don't know if you saw this, but 7 p.m. tonight, my show's premiering. So that's cool. I'm excited about that. Uh, Crapopolis is premiering tonight at 7 p.m. Hey, Donley, welcome. How you doing, Donley? For people who aren't familiar, Donley's a streamer friend of mine. He streams on Twitch. Got to know him through that community. So, yeah. Wait, why didn't we do a release party or something? Um, I don't know. We've been busy. I mentioned it. Not the party. I mentioned that it's this Sunday. So yeah. Um, we've just been busy, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So Don Leo streams on Twitch. Does all kinds of different things. Digital art mostly, but all kinds of different art within that realm. Very good stuff. Yeah, by the way, Donley, I know you have a watch party tonight. I might not participate much because my show airs a little after your starts, so I'll probably go watch that, even though I've already seen it, technically. uh, but yeah, Michelle hasn't. Although actually, I can't. I think it's. Um, I have to double check. I think it's at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think is the time zone, like 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's exciting. I've been working on this job for a while, and so it's exciting for it to finally be released. So now I am going to use the background and cut into the character into the figure and carve out some of the areas that went too far out, and then I'll paint in the areas that were not far out enough, and so on. This is, yeah, that's about right. I wish there was a way, like, I wish platforms were better at making it so that you could, like, watch things together. I know there were some places that tried to do that. Like, I think you can do that on Discord with YouTube, but it's very clunky. No one's really ironed it out, and I feel like shouldn't be that difficult to iron it out, but yeah. Like why doesn't YouTube partner with well, I guess YouTube is Google, so they could just do Google Meets and YouTube and just kind of do it all in one. Yeah, I don't understand it. So, because then we could actually do like watch parties that, you know, were of like new stuff, like TV or whatever. Yeah, but no one seems to, I don't know. I don't know why. That's okay. I, I I'm pretty sure I have mentioned it, but you know, you may have like I may have said it was coming out Sunday or something, and you misunderstood and thought it was like next Sunday or something. I don't know. I know I mentioned it on stream. I know that for sure. Amazon has a watch party through Twitch Prime, though. Everyone has to be a Prime member. See, that's what I'm saying. Every place does it clunky. Like, it's always something, it's always like caveats like that. Like on Discord, you can do YouTube watch parties, but if anybody has YouTube, like a membership, then they skip the ads and everybody else watches the ads. And so it messes the whole thing up. Um, and same thing, what's it called? Uh, oh my God. The music streaming. Oh my God, how am I forgetting their name? Spotify. They uh they do a listening party, but everybody has to have a membership, you know. So yeah, it's just I feel like it's kind of clunky. They can't, you know, they can't figure it out because it's like why YouTube is, you know, a lot of people watch YouTube for free. So, you know, there should be a way of doing it for free. Or Netflix, you know, or Hulu, any of those companies should. I don't know. That's just my opinion. They clearly, you know, have different opinions on how to run their businesses. And, you know, for what their goals are, they're probably right. Because I am not the most savvy business guy, that's for sure. Although, although I might be, because I haven't run a multi-million or billion-dollar corporation before, so you never know. I might be good at it. Someone should give me a shot, you know. See how I do. I don't think I could do worse than what Elon Musk is doing with Twitter. So, you know, there's that. that whole thing's a debacle. It's funny because just as like it was like right before he started taking over, like right before he acquired Twitter, I started getting back into Twitter and reconnecting with a ton of people. And I was really enjoying Twitter because it was kind of an small, you make your own community kind of thing, and so I was really enjoying it. And then he bought it, and it's gone downhill a bit. So also, I find Twitter a little exhausting because a lot of the people I'm connected with on Twitter are dealing with the whole AI art stuff, and it's exhausting to see that all the time, the generative AI stuff and all that. So I've been logging on less and less for my own mental health. So one thing I'm doing right now that I really don't like is when I carve into the figure, it leaves like an outline around the character. I'm I'm very conscious of that because I always try to avoid having that. I hate that look. So I will be going in more to get rid of that because I hate that halo look that it gives. Donley, did you ever finish Spider Cat? Well, I don't know if you got to finish it, but did you finish the at least like the layout of it, the drawing of it before going in and coloring it? anyone watching this later, now too, I guess, but if anyone watching this is wondering why I barely like just kind of gently touch my blue and not like, putting in a lot of paint, it's phthalo blue, and it kind of tends to take over everything. So a little goes a long way with that one. Yeah, I've also said this before. I would totally pay, like, I would pay YouTube or Twitch, Amazon, to have like a, streamer, um, you know, I don't know, account that lets me stream music through their service, and all the so that all the viewers could like count as listeners or whatever. That way I could just stream music in the background and not have to worry about DMCA stuff and all that. Uh, yeah, they could implement stuff like that. Same thing with like people who do React content on YouTube. Like they could do that. They could set it up so that you know, all the viewers who are watching you could also count as viewers watching the other YouTube channel, whatever. But I feel like that's extra work and they don't want to do that, is my theory. Donley, that happens to him all the time. And that's something that I think happens to some people. When you sign into, when you start watching YouTube videos, live streams, I should say, you have to make sure that you're actually watching it live and you're not like behind a few, because it has you can rewind live, but sometimes it gets stuck or something. I don't know exactly why. Happens to Donley all the time. I think YouTube has it out for him. Sorry, just had to check something. Okay. That is one of the huge advantages um, when you're streaming like on the computer from the computer, digital art or whatever. Like you can have all your windows and everything easily accessible. Doing it while painting's not as easy. Hey, Donley. Good of you to catch up, although I'll be honest. You could probably just skip in the future. I feel like I don't always add that much. And I'm always happy to repeat myself anyways, so, you know, it's sometimes just easier. So how's Spider Cat looking? Donley's working on a Spider-Man illustration with Spider Cat in it. It's really cute. I probably did respond to you. It depends on what you're referring to, but yeah, I don't remember at this point. You haven't done much more since the last stream, but you're looking forward to working on it more on stream. When's your next stream? You just love that there is such a thing as Spider Cat? Yeah. Hopefully you'll be streaming today. You're actually going to have to get going soon. You need to pick up some groceries beforehand. Oh, totally understandable. Well, have a great stream today. If I can make it, I will come watch. I don't know if there'll be overlap. Not a big deal either way. I would raid you like it on Twitch, but yeah, can't do that. So I think YouTube actually has a way of doing something like that on YouTube, but I don't understand how it works. So, uh, Michelle says we made a bat cat for four-letter word cards. Yeah, that's true. We did. It's a parody versus like the way they made you know, Spider Cat. But yeah. Because I feel like Spider Cat's funny and great, but it's not like a parody character, you know. It's an actual character. Well, if I don't make it, have a great stream, Dunley. Ah, yes. Yeah, Dunley. I can definitely picture you singing it in your best Adam West impersonation. If I had a good Adam West impersonation, I would do one, but I don't. What is that website that lets you like what's it called? Pay celebrities to do like a little, like a little video or something like that. Um, forget what it's called. Um, but if Adam West was still around, I could have paid him to do that, but I can't. I'm thinking about Cameo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wonder can actors do cameos now during the strike? I wonder. If they can, I bet there's a ton of actors doing it now. There have been some real fun things that people have done with Cameo to troll, you know, people that are like kind of awful people. They've, you know, trying to remember. I think someone paid for Rudy Giuliani to like, what's it called? Congratulate Hassan for something once, stuff like that. It's kind of funny. Mm. Generally speaking, I try and go longer on Sundays because during the week it's a little harder and eat on my evening or my night streams. It's a little harder to do long streams because it goes so late. But I'll be honest, I think my allergies are really getting to me today. I'm not feeling 100%. So I might have to cut this one a little shorter than I'd like. I thought they would kind of subside, but don't. They're not. uh, you better get going, Donley. Yeah, off to. Looks like I'm off to a great start in this piece. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Donley, and have a great stream if I miss it, and have a good movie night. Hope you have fun with that. The white paper in the background, I think, is throwing me off. I might have to remove it next time. So I use the white paper. Your palette, the background of your palette can greatly influence how colors look on it. And I had it there for when I was doing high key paintings. It was very, very necessary for that. Now that I'm not doing a high key painting, I think it's distorting my perception of color a little. Actually, I take that back. Not colors as much as it's distorting my perception of value. That's the thing I'm really having a harder time with. Michelle, can you put in an order for Big Nona's tonight? And the way I'm feeling right now, I'm not going to be up for cooking later. So, just a reminder, I'm also streaming tomorrow, um, tomorrow night. Let me see. I have a meeting too as well tomorrow. Let me check when. Tomorrow at looks like 4. So try not to schedule it for 4. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, that's great. 11 a.m. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna be cutting today's painting session short. I usually try and go for like 2 to 4 hours on Sunday, but I'm gonna cut it shorter than that today. So I'm gonna start saying thank you to everyone watching, because I always feel like, well, there's a delay with chat, so sometimes people want to chime in right at the very end. So I'm just gonna start now. Say thank you for stopping by, thank you for watching, hit the like and subscribe and all that stuff, you know. But yeah, I do appreciate everyone who stops by. Don Lee, Leah, anyone, Michelle, thank you for helping out. Like I said, normally my Sunday streams are quite a bit longer, but can definitely feel my allergies just draining the energy out of me today. I also stream on Mondays and Wednesday nights, you know, unless there's obviously something that happens. But yeah, that's the schedule currently. Yeah, so just gonna leave it there and say thanks everybody. And I will be ending stream in just a few minutes. And it's starting to come along pretty well. It's, you know, obviously block-in stages, but yeah, it's starting to get there. Like it's you know, it's you know, sometimes it can be ugly even in early stages, but I feel like it's the form, everything's kind of there, so it's looking good as a stage goes. Anyways, thanks everybody. I'm gonna go take it easy on my Sunday, and yeah, have a good one.